Hello and welcome back to my tutorial series on Crusader Kings 2. I'm your host Imperialis, and I'm just getting rid of some of the old messages here that don't matter so much. Yeah, you can see just how many people in my court here caught smallpox. And it has about a 30% chance at killing a character that catches it, so I really lucked out there. I didn't lose any family members or anything like that. But anyhow, where last we left off, I had fabricated a claim on... It's telling me just the county of Thomond. If I go in here and I go to my declare war, I can claim Thomond. But I'm thinking also that because that's his only county, I'll also get the petty kingdom title along with it. And by extension, get the county of Ormond under my control. So, before we do that, though, I just want to take a quick look around, see what the rest of the situation... Oh, my. Looks like there's been some... Evidently, I was a little bit wrong when I said England was going to stay stable, because it looks like they've got some revolts going on. King Harold has gotten uppity and wants to try and take England back from his, I don't even know how to, brother, his younger brother. So I guess we are dealing with a bit of a dust-up in England, but it's still, at the end of the day, going to remain a much more stable realm than it would be had either William or Harold Hardrada kept control of it. And apparently this is part of France now. Devon is now part of France. Weird. Okay. What else? Looks like France has some rebellions. What's this rebellion all about? French revolt. What do they want? French civil war to lower crown authority. So, evidently they believe that King Philippe has too high a crown authority and want to get that lowered. Hungary's a mess right now. My gosh, what the heck is going on there? And as is the Byzantine Empire. Wow. That's independent. That's independent. That's independent. Huh. And it looks like Thracian Patriarchal County War over Constantinople. Okay, so Byzantine politics, I guess. Poland looks pretty stable. Sweden, Norway, Denmark all look pretty stable. Looks like some of the vassals within the Holy Roman Empire are fighting each other. The Holy Roman Empire would have quite low crown authority, which means that the vassals can fight their own private wars amongst each other. Oh, Reconquista's going well. Look at how big Leon's gotten. Barcelona's independent. Castile's gotten pretty big. Navarre's hung on, which does not happen too often. Yeah, they're doing pretty... Leon especially is doing quite well for themselves. I mean, it starts with like 4 counties, I think, in Leon. So, good for them. France is still scary. Okay. Well, that's the rest of the world. Some revolt. I don't even know. I don't own Rajas of India, so I haven't done anything over in the Indian subcontinent, but looks like there's some shenanigans going on over there as well. Anyhow, back to our little corner of the world here. We are ready to declare our war. Actually, I wonder, just before... Choose a plot. Only plot I can have is to have them killed. Okay, never mind. So, diplomacy. Hey, you! I want your stuff. One last quick at the realm tree here. 1130. I can raise almost 2,000. Still has no allies. I still have my allies. Here we go. Let's do this. And we'll call in King Bledden again. May as well make use of him while we can. And go to our military. And just raise my personal levies. Have them all meet up in Kildare. Okay, so he's going to come help. That's good. And overall, I think I like this setup. I've got some decent commanders. Do I have anybody? Doncheld's there. Let's put the mayor of Dublin in command of the centre, my largest army. And we'll move right in on Thomond. My daughter Tilatu lacks all passion and ambition, perfectly content with her lot in life. Content isn't terrible. Lowers your intrigue a little bit. It's a good trait to see your vassals with, because it increases their opinion of their liege by 50%. Now, the thing is it would cause her to lose a point of intrigue, which, with her being a woman, potentially on the throne, I mean, she's only one step removed from the line of succession, and as you saw with the smallpox outbreak, I had a bit of a scare there with my kids. I'm not sure I want to cause her to lose that point of intrigue, so we'll avoid getting her content. Okay, here's our battle. Let's lower the speed down. Oh, and we are smashing them. So even though his one flank outnumbers mine, I can bring all three of my flanks onto him, which makes it significantly I'm just going to pause it and explain here. When there's a battle, and if they only have a single flank, or if you're able to outflank them, they receive a pretty nasty penalty due to being attacked in the flank. So, even though that center battle had more troops than my center battle, I was able to inflict a lot more damage to him than he was to me. But we'll let this run its course. Oh, and I'm just going to annihilate him completely. Okay, so complete victory there. Pause this. We're going to split up my army. How many defenders are there here? Oh, there's 1,300. Okay, well, let's send everybody up into Ormond then. Well, I wonder. 1,300. Merge these guys together. Create new unit. Is there anything I can do? That might work. $13.46. $13.49. I can barely do the siege. So we'll select that unit, send it into Thomond. Might actually have to raise some of my city levies just for these sieges. Still earning a little bit of money. Not too much though. Again, I have to pay to support my troops. Oh, good. Large numbers of defenders come to starvation. Fortunately, no one of these armies on its own could continue the siege. And you see here, because he has 717 defenders, and I have 440 attackers, I can't besiege it. Now you might be asking yourself, why does the capital have fewer defenders than Ormond here? Ormond has 1,200, Thomond has 745. Now that's because he is King Murkad's vassal. So when he sent troops, he didn't send all of his troops, and he didn't raise his personal troops. He just sent what he was required to send. So if you look here, he still has a fairly considerable amount of his levy left. And that's what bumps his defender numbers up, because you add the levy and the garrison. Whereas you look on Thomond here, it only has 126 soldiers in the levy, plus another 648 in the garrison. So much smaller defenders, or number of defenders. Looks like I got another child who lacks a guardian. This is my other uncle. How did Dad... They're not twins. I guess that mistress had a couple of kids for him. Okay. Well, we will educate him. What do his stats look like so far? High diplomacy, so... see if we can't find him a diplomat. Educate child. Well, he is my best diplomat, my chancellor. Doesn't mind me. Yeah, he'll do. Okay. Keep the sieges going. Now I'm sieging both, because I had all of King Gwyned's troops show up. So that helps. I can speed up time a little bit here. You can see the progression of your sieges here. So the siege of Waterford is at 33%, and Bunratty is at 18%. Haha! Sweet! Another claim! So this will cost me 60 gold and 100 prestige. And he'll not like me, but hey, it gives me another claim. Sweet. Now we'll send you back to Oriel to continue fabricating. Having a good chancellor is always a very useful thing. Waiting for the siege to end. See how things are going over in the rest of Europe again. Not much changed. Scotland finished with their rebellion there, except well, food and supplies have smuggled into Waterford, so that increased their morale. What can you do? I mean, this war is won. It's just a question of waiting out these sieges. Won that siege. So now you see, even though I've stomped his army and won a siege, I still haven't reached 100% war score. I'm at 83%. And technically, when you are besieging a province, You have to capture each of its holdings in succession. So I've captured the county capital of Waterford, but now I need to besiege the bishopric of Cashel and the city of Negath. Nenag? Nenag. Okay. But I still need to besiege them before I can completely claim the county. I mean, if I reach 100% war score before that, then there's no point, but... England's doing something. We've got about 1,200 troops there. And we won the Siege of Bunratty, so now we're at 100%. Now, I'm not 100% sure how this peace offer is going to shake out. Don't know if I'm going to get the duchy as well, or the Kingdom of Munster as well, or if I'm just going to get the county, but we'll find out. Hopefully I get the whole duchy, that would be nice. Okay, so no, I'm not... Let me just check here. I am not Duke of Munster. I'll have to... Okay, so now, do I like this uncle? I like this uncle. He likes me. He likes me a bit more. Oh, interesting. He ended up with a content trait. Maybe I want to give him some territory. Now he's content as well. They're both content. That's fantastic. He's also chaste. Okay. Gonna have to think about this. I'll say I promise to arrange it. I can always turn back, like break my promise and not arrange it. It's too bad about that duchy. Okay. Well, we still have the claim on Ossory, and Ossory is quite a nice province. Actually, nicer than Thomond, for sure. But one other thing I'm interested in doing here, too, is starting to look at upgrading my holdings. Because, again, I'm over my domain limit. I have 4 holdings. Sorry, I didn't mean upgrade my holdings, I mean send one off to somebody. Because I'm over my domain limit, which is never a good thing. Now, I have 2 options. I could give it to my brother, or my uncle, but the problem with that is, or one of my brothers, I guess, is they actually have claims as well, and they hate me. He doesn't mind me so much, but now, if I were to give it to anybody, I'd probably give it to this brother. He's sort of the next oldest, and he's content. So if I were to give him Thomond, it would kind of keep it in the family, keep it in the dynasty, and I'd be able to get a little bit of tax from him once I raise my feudal taxes up, which I had meant to do before. Because as it stands right now, I'm not collecting any taxes from any feudal vassals, but it hasn't mattered because I haven't had any feudal vassals, but I'll raise that up to small. And okay, I'm just gonna get my armies put down and Granny is afraid of the dark. Ridiculer, that should do it. So this could give her Slothful, Wroth, or Craven. All of which kind of suck. Try to address the causes of the fear. 50% chance of gaining Trusting, 30% chance of Diligent, 20% of Craven. Better handle it alone. 50% chance of Craven, 30% of Diligent, 20% of Cynical. Of the three, I think this one gives me the lowest chance of getting Craven, I think. 20% chance of Craven. Trusting isn't terrible. Diligent is fantastic. And Cynical is not ideal either. It's a 30% chance for Diligent either way, so we'll go for try to address the causes of the fear. Has become Trusting. Okay, not the end of the world. So let's dismiss my levies. Okay, I have my feudal taxes now. I have a kid who needs a guardian. She is my second daughter. For a second daughter, I'm going to send her off for somebody else. She has a good stewardship and marshal, so let's go for stewardship. Oh, and she is my best steward. So we'll go with her. Okay. It's really too bad that I didn't get that second duchy title. That would have made my life easier. Make that go away. And... The other possibility would be to give it to a courtier. Like if I were to give it to, say, him. Hand it over to some kid. Because the other one thing that can be handy, and this is where using the Realm Finder can be useful, is to sort your realm based on stewardship and give it to one of your better stewards. Now, unfortunately, I don't have very many good stewards. Anybody with a good stewardship will tend to increase the county tax a fair bit. But as you can see here, I don't have very good stewards. So, failing all else, let's give it to this brother. It'll make him happy. He's only got a daughter. Grant a landed title. The County of Thomond. And there you go. We've created another Earl. I don't mind so much handing out the titles to him. Or this particular title. It's not a very wealthy province. Again, he's going to have issues with troops for quite a while. And it gets my domain back down to something a bit more reasonable. So, do I happen to have a Cassius Belli with you? Oh, he just took right over the, he booted out the old Duke and took over. So maybe what I'll do then, continue fabricating on Ormond. Except, that was probably a mistake. Yeah, I have a 10-year truce with him. Okay. Well, it'll probably take a few years to fabricate the claim anyhow, and then I can just wait for the truce to expire first. anytime you peace out with somebody or have a peace treaty with them, it forces you into a truce with them for 10 years. So 1086. But still, hey, it's been almost exactly 10 years, and not too bad. We've quadrupled the size of our holdings here. So that's good. I'm nowhere near as efficient as some of the really, really good players. Like, you watch Arumba do one of his North Korea mode, take over all of Europe and hold all of the titles personally. It's insane. North Korea mode would be when you ignore your domain limit and you just claim everything. He was even claiming cities and bishoprics and all that sort of stuff, so it was an interesting playthrough to watch. Anyhow, let's keep this going. Oh, and get him back to researching military tech. The other thing I want to do here, and I might do before I put a cut in this video, is show you how to build new buildings in your counties. Sorry, autosave again, cuts my voice out. So to do that, what you need to do is you click on, first you click on the province, in this case Dublin, and then you click on whichever holding within that province you want to improve. So in my case, I'm going to improve my county capital, my castle, and there's, oh, I can't even afford to do anything. Okay, well, I guess that keeps that simple for now at least. But what you can do is upgrade each of these. And as you do that, it'll provide additional bonuses. So if I were to upgrade the keep, it would increase my levy size by 15%, increase the garrison size by 15%. So, I mean, this is how you build your armies up. Rather than building units, you improve your holdings. Likewise with barracks, it would just give me a straight increase of 45 heavy infantry and 20 pikemen, that sort of stuff. A very valuable one to build is the castle town. It increases your tax income. Now these, where it shows the gears, I can't build because I haven't advanced that far technologically. And the ones where it shows the money, I can't build because I don't have enough money for it. So either way, that's going to be on hold for a little while yet. But I have another kid who needs a guardian. Who is she? My half-sister. Okay. Were they even born 9 months apart? Educate child. She's already guardian of somebody. So let's go with somebody else who kind of likes me, has reasonable stats. Keep having him do some of my... Whoa, learning of 21, you are amazing, dude. Okay, Malduen, you're officially like my generic teacher for everybody I don't know what else to do with. Okay, well, might put a cut in here. I've got pretty much all my troops back, so I guess, except for, of course, Thomond. So, next episode, we will take Ossory. Since we have a claim on that, we may as well use it. And then hopefully get the claim on Orsmond, which would let us get Desmond, and that should actually get us to what we need in order to become King of Ireland. So, we shall see in the next episode. Remember, please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Cheers.